Last week, the WrestleMania 41 combo tickets went on sale and the internet went totally nuts over it. I covered a video talking about the pricing during the pre-sale that was taking place, and they were the highest they've ever been for a WWE event. I saw a ticket that jumped from $2,000 to $3,000 just within a span of 3 hours, and that's just one example to throw out there. This happened with all the tickets all across the board, and this wasn't just the tickets, the fees were just as bad. For example, if you paid $2,000 for a ticket, that means that you're probably going to end up paying $2,500 after you get done paying your fees, your mortgage, taxes, and getting fondled by Ticketmaster. Even some of the nosebleed seats were $2,000, and that has never happened before. The tickets did see a decrease in the pricing when the general sale began after a couple of days later. However, the price would fluctuate depending on how many people are on the site trying to shop for the tickets at the same time. And that, my friend, is what you call dynamic pricing. The higher the demand, the higher the price. That led to an outrage as the internet flooded with comments on social media platforms such as Reddit, X, Facebook, etc. And we are here to check out those comments to see whether we can disagree or agree with them. And then I want you guys to join me as you post comments in the comments section below, letting me know what you guys think about this whole situation. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm going to talk about it and I'm going to give my lovely opinion as well. I'm with you guys on this matter. So here we go. Going to test the waters on WrestleMania tickets. To be honest, I don't think anyone expected the dynamic pricing of Ticketmaster to drive the prices of the tickets up the way it has. However, I'm definitely going to be a part of the group that waits it out for the prices to drop. I expected myself to be a lot less patient. I believe they will drop significantly, and if they don't, I won't contribute to the problem. No judgment to those who paid for their tickets already. I'm happy for y'all and sincerely congratulate you. Someone sounds salty. If you're waiting it out, let me know what you're feeling and thinking. I think they'll go down in the coming weeks and hit a low point by December, but we'll see. I'm not taking a jab at the guy, man. I actually read one of the comments regarding SummerSlam. This situation is so different, and I'm gonna, you know what? Let's go ahead and read that comment. So here I read, I'm gonna wait it out, for the single day tickets to drop. But if it's gonna be anything like SummerSlam, it's best to wait and see when the WWE drops prices in desperation. See, I just don't think that that's a case here, simply because at SummerSlam, they did not announce Roman Reigns. There was a speculation, of course. I mean, the main event match was what? Cody versus Solo. It was not one of the biggest draws for SummerSlam, but during the last day of SummerSlam, there were a lot of tickets being sold, and they sold for cheaper prices. This is not the case going into WrestleMania. They've already sold a bunch of tickets. Sure, there's still a lot of tickets, but the thing is, the biggest difference is right now is that they're promoting WrestleMania on a totally different base. They're gonna go in promoting The Rock, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, all these big names. John Cena is already being heavily promoted. When you have a card like that, I just don't think that I would take my chances trying to find a really good seat with a price drop on the face value of the ticket, if you know what I'm saying. But then again, hey, if you guys want to try that out, be my guest. We'll just see what happens. Hey, I could very well be wrong. You never know. And at this point, no one really knows when the single day tickets are going to be dropped. I had an excellent ticket in lower bowl in my cart and literally pressed the purchase button and the site failed me, so I had to get back in line. When I did and came back for a similar ticket, the price was double. Oh my gosh. That is one of my biggest nightmares, knowing the fact that you are in a queue. And I know what this guy's talking about, because in the beginning of the pre-sale day, there were like about 18,000 people or even more waiting to see what the seating chart looks like, and they want to be able to click on the seats, trying to see what the price is, and then of course most of them back out before they actually make a purchase. But for those who are wanting to make a purchase and this happens, Yeah, that's gotta suck. And those seats, they got slipped out just like that. This guy says the same thing. I had 3 great tickets, good price, and it told me I couldn't purchase them on that device. WTF. Then it kicked me out and back to the queue. Everything was disappearing as I clicked it. I wonder if he had 2 windows open. For example, if you have a same IP address, and if you're within the same, not to mention if you have same account logged in, I think it probably detects it that you have multiple windows open, and I think Ticketmaster will even tell you to only have 1 device on no matter what. So I wonder if that's the reason why I kicked him out. I feel alone in this situation with the crying and the laughing emoji. I was supposed to buy 5 tickets, but my credit cards completely screwed me over after trying to make a purchase. God, that's gotta suck. Dude, same. I even got approved for a firm plan, but the tickets were snagged right out when I got approved and lost them. Wait, what? He got approved by a firm, or I guess one of those Klarna plans? I don't know how this payment plan works. Neither that I've actually tried to use one of those Affirm plans on a Ticketmaster. I've never been given the option to, but if you go through On Location, I know for a fact that they will let you split like 3 payments. They'll tell you what the dates are gonna be. They'll tell you what the amount is gonna be, and there's no interest whatsoever, which is the greatest thing. Not that I'm saying like I highly recommend that, but that's an option for you who are wondering. And On Location packages come out way before the tickets are released, so essentially they're I'm not gonna say like they're better in a value, but because of the price fluctuation, if you don't want to deal with the hassle going through Ticketmaster, you can also check out their website and do that, and that way you're not fighting with a lot of people online. 5 stages of grief. Denial. These prices aren't right. There's probably an error in the system. I think these are the prices only for pre-sale. They'll definitely go down on Friday. Anger. I'm pissed at the WWE, TKO, and Ticketmaster. I'm starting to hate wrestling and I'm thinking about boycotting them. I hate my job for not paying me enough. Bargaining. Maybe if I don't eat and pay rent for next few months, then I can go to WrestleMania. If I go to this WrestleMania, I promise I'll never go to another expensive wrestling show again, and I'll be so happy with that. Okay. Acceptance. I now live in peace and harmony, knowing that maybe I can get the best seats in the house and cheaper beer for $20 a month in my house. I can even host a watch party. Maybe if I can use this money to go to Raw Netflix premiere in LA. I can even buy nice Christmas presents for my family with all that money. Maybe the real WrestleMania tickets was the friends we made along the way. What a post. What a post. You know, it's time like these you have to sit back and realize and really do accept the fact that, okay, you know what, I can't afford this. Because at the end of the day, if you really can't afford, you know, that much money to fork out, at the end of the day, you will really feel better about it. Hey, you know, maybe I saved this money to put towards something else that you really wanted to do, and just accept the fact that, hey, you know, I'm gonna just sit back and relax and watch WrestleMania from my couch, and just maybe even host a little party and just have some snacks and just hang out with the people that you love. I was so depressed that I even skipped the 4th stage. I'm gonna wait a few months. The prices are ridiculous, but there will be other WrestleManias. If WrestleMania 41 isn't in the cards, then I'll take this opportunity to make a plan to go to WrestleMania 42. At least you have a general idea of what you'll be needing at the minimum for these tickets. But then you won't be able to see John Cena, but you actually can't even see John Cena for that matter anyways. This will be the situation that will lack up prices every year. This will be the situation that will jack up prices every year until they reach the ceiling. You save $1,000, meanwhile they jack up $2,000. There were 18,500 pounds or euros packages for Bash in Berlin. That is absolutely insane. This dynamic pricing got folks having fantasies. Oh, check this out, folks. I've got 2 tickets I have to sell. I bought them without thinking of what I can afford. Let me know if you want the info. Hopefully this is not a scam. But man, oh man, that's got to be a bad feeling, knowing the fact that you get pressured. You're like, I have to go to WrestleManias because I've been to the last 3 WrestleManias. Just because thinking that you've been to the last 3 WrestleManias doesn't mean that you can afford to go to next WrestleMania, and you're pressured into the purchase spree without thinking that you can actually make payments for it. So yeah, that's a bad feeling. I'm sure that this guy can probably get his money back and even more if he actually holds it out. I went with a bargaining option, some buyer's remorse now, but it'll be an awesome time in 6 months. That I can agree with that, my friend. This is another one of my favorite posts here that I read earlier today. TKO and WWE. The whole thing is a disaster for us fans. I panic about buying any ticket at all. You now pay $1,500 and another fan is sitting right next to you who might have only paid $500 just because an AI adjusts the prices every minute. This is crazy, and that something like that is even legally possible. There shouldn't be anything like that, and I wanna stop here and I wanna talk about this. I spent, I don't know how much at SummerSlam, but yeah, that part right there, it is scary. Knowing the fact that my tickets cost, I don't know, maybe 4 times more, and then the 3rd row at SummerSlam, one of those tickets sold for only $500, not to mention, you got the golden chair. Golden chair is the one kind of like in the background that I have. Well, you guys can't actually see it. You saw it earlier. It's the Bad Blood chair. It's the poster chair that you get, the chair that you actually sit on. Yeah, one of the 3rd row seats sold for like $500 at SummerSlam, and I bought such an expensive package. So yeah, that part definitely sucked. TKO and WWE makes enough money. They don't need WrestleMania. WrestleMania is no longer the main source of income for WWE. The Saudi Arabia deal alone, they make a lot of money with it. The ring and the barrier now covered with advertising banners. In the past, you might have only seen Snickers and Slim Jim as a small logo. Even the turnbuckles are now full of Prime logos. They make enough money with all that crap. The whole merchandise crap. They increased it all. Oh, this is another big one. Souvenir ticket went from $25 to $80 within 1 year for a effing cardboard that cost them nothing to produce, which is so true. If you have checklist options when you're buying Ticketmaster tickets, you're given the option, hey, do you want a physical ticket? By the way, you can have it for an X amount. And I don't know if the WrestleMania ticket is even far more expensive than the regular arena ticket or anything like that for that matter. Pure greed. Only that some officials can fill their pockets even further. There are people who defend this crap. Cena's last WrestleMania, Punk, probably The Rock there. All good, but we're talking about $2,000 for seats where my head almost touches the roof. F you TKO and the WWE. The fans who made that event big can't even buy the bad seats. Well done. What a post. What a post, my friend. I can't agree with you more there. I mean, everything that this person said and posted, I mean, seriously, you forgot about the fans just because TKO is on the board. Or they're the ones who own the WWE, doesn't mean that you can increase these prices astronomically. I knew for a fact that the moment WrestleMania 38 finished, I think it was during that year, they went to On Location. The time they went to On Location, the prices started just going up and up and up. And of course, TKO stepped in and they just kind of went on with it. And if I'm not mistaken, I think TKO actually owns On Location. If I'm not mistaken. Matter of fact, they just acquired the, what's the sports they call it? This is a post. TKO to acquire IMG On Location professional bull riders from Endeavor. See, this is what I'm talking about. See, when you're working like this, you have so much price control, it is just even unimaginable. I don't even know what to say anymore. What are your thoughts about this? Going back to that post, I want to read a couple of comments here before we step on to the next thing. And they'll still announce that this was the highest grossing WrestleMania of all time, and the NPCs in the crowd will cheer like they always do. $300 including taxes. for section 115A of MetLife Stadium for WrestleMania 35. That was 6 years ago. That is insane. I believe I paid like $3,800 for hotel transportation for my gold package at WrestleMania in Dallas, Texas, with like the lower riser seats, and they were like great seats, y'all. I can't even tell you. Now I'm seeing nosebleeds for upwards of $1,200, and tickets for European pay-per-views are similar to WrestleMania 6 years ago. That is insane, y'all. I never thought I would see the day where going to an effing wrestling show would cost that much for so little. For more context, my entire 5-day trip to New York, including WrestleMania, cost less than a nosebleed ticket this year. Add in another $300 if there was a second night, and it's only slightly more expensive for flights from Dublin, Ireland, hotel for 4 nights, and a WrestleMania ticket than a single ticket. That should tell you what kind of price that they're charging right now. It is insane. Sure, inflation has taken over right now at this moment, right after COVID, but then again, this price right here, it is absolutely insane to charge to a customer or a fan. Thanks to this community who helped me avoid evil dynamic pricing. I'm 46 now. This will be my first WrestleMania with my 18-year-old son, who started watching, and I got hooked after we went to the live event in San Francisco last year. I started inquiring about the process starting way back in July on this group, and there were multiple people or members who told me what to expect, etc. Thanks to this group, I kind of knew what my budget was and researched locations and a view from my seat beforehand, so I was able to be quick during the Wednesday pre-sale and snag section 139 seats for $2,600 out the door for 2 nights for my son in a quick and a painless 5-minute experience without having to toggle, refresh, examine too many options, etc. due to knowing my budget and desired location beforehand. Those same tickets in neighboring 140 section for $45.25 today. 75% increase for nothing. That is crazy. Those seats were $2,600 and now they're $45.25. Can you believe that? It's the same thing that I showed you guys in my video. One of the tickets went from $2,000 to $3,000. The $1,700 tickets, I believe they went to $2,600. It is absolutely insane. Some of the nosebleed seats, I believe they came down to like $900 a piece, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, don't quote me on it, but they were still pretty expensive for being the nosebleed seats, you know. I also want to point this out real quick that a lot of people are just talking about the tickets. I hope they're able to factor the hotel cost, the airline fee if there is. I'm sure there's travel fees, the merchandise that you're going to be spending money on, the food. So there's like 4 big ones that you need to think about besides the tickets itself. Hotel being the biggest ones of them all, and food is not cheap at all either. If you're going for 3 days, which is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, food is going to cost you because you will be eating out unless you go to a grocery store, which is still, you're having to spend some money no matter what. And now I want to take you to X, where I read off some of my favorite posts that I read earlier this week regarding the WrestleMania 41 tickets. What I paid total for 2 nosebleed seats for 2-day combo tickets at WrestleMania 39 SoFi Stadium in LA versus how much 2-day combo nosebleeds are going for WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas. What is happening, WrestleMania? Check this out. So this guy paid $252. $252 for section 540. Sure, this is nosebleed seats, but besides the fact, check this out. He paid $5,300. That is, it's mind-bending that he paid that much. And if the experience is crap, I mean, that's gonna leave a bad taste in that guy's mouth, man. Can you imagine paying that much money all the way, sitting all the way up in nosebleeds? What are these seats? Did he say that he's sitting in nosebleeds? So this is his nosebleed seats right here. Let me maximize and show you. So this is where he sat. Not bad at all, but still, if he's sitting in the same spot and he spent $5 grand on the nosebleed seats, man, I feel bad for the guy. Unbelievable. Everyone having a heart attack with the WrestleMania prices. Meanwhile, me with the Netflix. Aaron Mitchell on X says, F you Ticketmaster. Looks like my dream of taking my kid to WrestleMania is over. WWE, you need to do something about this. I've been a fan for over 40 years and this makes me absolutely disillusioned. And I can't agree with you more there, buddy. Because let's say if he's the dad, if he's telling his child that, hey buddy, I'm going to be taking you to WrestleMania for sure because I'm into wrestling right now and we're going to go for sure. And when the day comes, he's trying to buy the tickets, he can't afford them, you got to break that kid's heart. That is not so much of WWE like. My mom, who sold a house, me front row me front row at WrestleMania. Oh my gosh, is he the guy from GTA? I can't even tell who this is, but this is hilarious. Hey man, WWE, I paid little under 20K for a decent effing pair of WrestleMania 41 tickets, SMH. That card better not disappoint me. That's all I'm gonna say. It better not disappoint. My gosh, this dude paid a little under 20K. Did you get 2 tickets? Jeez, man. I mean, yeah, if you pay 20K, you must be balling. They make money off of these idiots, dumbass. Sometimes I don't want to read X comments because they're just filled with nastiest things ever. Anyways, folks, that's all the comments I'm gonna read. I want you guys to post comments and let me know what you think about this whole situation. Do you think that the prices are gonna come down? Do you think what WWE is doing is a wrong for them? And do you think the prices are only going to go up? Because we got Saturday night's main event coming up after War Games. We have Rumble, we have Elimination Chamber, then we have WrestleMania. Oh, we also forgot about the big first Raw of Netflix. I mean, those prices are going to be astronomical as well, if I'm not mistaken. But the thing is that going forward, how can people afford to go to these events? I mean, the people that actually support wrestling, right? I mean, there was a comment that I saw, I can't find it anymore, and they were like, F you Tony Khan for, you know, basically not competing with WWE right now. Because if AEW was a competition, then of course the pricing would have been a little bit cheaper for WWE. I don't know, I could be wrong there. I'm just making stuff up. I'm just here. I did buy some tickets, y'all. I bought some tickets on location. I'm gonna be doing a video on that later on, and I'm gonna be revealing what I paid, what the package has, where am I gonna be staying, the whole 9 yards. So stay tuned for that video. I will see you on the next one. Peace.